Hello, welcome. This is Beena from Astro Vastu for you. Today in this video, I'm going to give tips for living room, how to activate into positive energy. In this image, I have given all 8 directions plus the center direction. So living room can be situated in any of these directions. And one who is facing a negative feeling or not a positive vibration when they sit in this living room, follow the tips which I give in this video. It will really make a lot of difference and changes, and it will give a better feeling. Generally, northeast zone, east zone and north zone are good for a living room. But still, if we are facing any issues, then follow these tips. It will make better. If a living room is situated in a northeast, check whether any window is available in the east or in the north. If the window is available and if it is closed always, then that also makes a negative energy, because northeast is the zone where it should be open and the air should pass freely. So when we close always, that zone will not give a positive energy, even though that location is good for a living room. So make it sure to open the windows at least for few hours every day in the daytime. That is one of the tips you need to follow. Second one is, this zone, northeast zone, is called as very holy and divine place, that zone is. So always it should be kept clean. So if it is there, not give a pleasant feeling when we sit. So that zone should always kept clean. That is the second tip. And the third tip is, northeast zone should not be heavy. So especially in the northeast corner, check if there is any heavy items are placed, like any teapot or sofa or anything is placed too heavy in this location towards in the northeast. Then also when we sit in that place, it will not give a good result at all. So please remove those heavy items from that location and move it to the end, to the south zone or southwest zone, or to the west zone, or to the south zone. So that may make better, more pleasant, and give a very, very positive result in the northeast zone. So that is the tips we need to follow if we have a living room in the northeast and not giving a pleasant atmosphere. If a living room is in the east zone, and still east zone is also considered as good for a living room, but still if we are facing any bad or negative feeling when we sit in that location, then it's good to place a rising sun on the east wall. The rising sun should always face the west, and it should be on the east wall. It should be a rising sun, not a sunset. It should be a rising sun. So when we place that picture on that wall, that zone starts activating. That east zone starts activate and gives really a pleasant and very positive feeling in that zone, in that living room. When we sit in that room, it really gives a good feeling. So that is a good tip. Even though if that room not gives a negative energy also, it is good to place a rising sun picture in that zone. It's really a good energy. If a living room is placed in the north zone, this is also considered as a good living place, having in the north zone. And still, if you are not happy when you sit in that location, then if you place a Kubera picture in the south wall facing towards the north, that will give really a very energy and very positive result. So this will give really a good result. And as I said, even though if you are not facing bad result also, if you place a Kubera picture on the south and facing towards a north door or north window, that will give a good result. So it activates the north zone, and what are the benefits to get in the north zone, it will start activating. So that is also a good tip for a north zone. If a living room is placed situated in the northwest zone. So northwest zone is not considered as very good. It is an average zone for a living room. But still, if we have a living room in that zone, it's good to have a picture on the northwest wall, the 7 hours running in the clouds. That is very specific. The horses should run in the clouds, not in water, not in mud or anything. It should be in the clouds. So when we place this picture there, the average zone will turn out to be a good result. Because this zone always makes us like somewhat like tensed or like moving, like makes us like not sit peacefully. Sometimes when we sit, it suddenly we'll get a work or suddenly we get a call or something like always moving feeling. So when we place this horse picture there running the clouds, makes us feel better, because that picture observes if you have any negative in that zone. If you have a living room in the southeast zone, if you have a living room in the southeast zone, is considered as not good. It will not give a good result, because southeast zone is a fiery zone and a fighting zone. So when you have a living room in that zone, it will always give a quarrelsome or fighting nature. So to make it positive, place a red lamp in the southeast corner, and that should light up at least a few hours or even a whole day or long hours in that corner, and it should be a red lamp in the southeast corner. We can place a small table over there and place that lamp. So that will absorb the negative energy and make the living room little positive. It will make it better, because if you have a living room there, sure there will be always a fighting nature, and it won't give a better feeling. So when we place this picture, when we place this lamp there, not picture, lamp, the real lamp, when we light it up there, a red lamp, that will absorb those the fire zone there, and it will make better. So if you have a living room in the west zone, west zone is also like kind of busy. This is also not that as good, but to make it positive, it's best to have a small small study table towards the north, a small study table placed there, not the picture, the real study table placed there, small, not too heavy, a lightweight study table placed there. And if you place there, it will make a feeling that living room is not just a living room, it is also a study room. And that negative energy, whatever we are getting in that living room, will make it better and will be removed, because it's not just a living room, it also includes a study room. So it will turn out to give a good result. If you have a living room in the south zone, if you have a living room in the south zone, is not considered as good, because this is a resting zone forever, like full rest, like usually a bedroom is good. So this, if you have a living room here, it will make us lazy, and so we don't feel like doing any kind of activities. So that is also not good. So in that case, if you place a high building picture on the wall of south towards the southwest, or some like a climbing ladder, climbing steps, staircase in the south of the southwest, or some big rock mountains on the south of the southwest, that will help to decrease the south zone issues. So it will make better when you place these pictures on the wall of south towards the southwest. If you have a living room in the southwest zone, so this zone is also not considered good, because this is typically a room where it should be always little dark and too heavy, and it's as said, it's a Ragu's place. So when you have a living room in that zone, it won't feel like doing any kind of activities, and it will be like totally negative. So, and this should not be very spacious also. Southwest should be like too heavy and occupied. So in that case, same thing, you can place a staircase in the southwest wall, or big mountains, or even big buildings on the southwest zone, and southwest or west-southwest zone. If you place these pictures, big pictures, then that zone will make us little better. And if you have any windows in the south or southwest, it's better to put a heavy curtains and make it little dark. And all these sofas should go into the corner of the south and southwest. Heavy things should go to the south and southwest corner. So that makes it better, this living room, having a living room there, and it will give little positive energy. So these are the directions. If we have a living room in the center zone, and if we are facing any issues, generally living room in the center is also considered as good, because living room should always be open and spacious, and having a living room in the center is really good. But still, if we are facing a bad, then we need to see what is the issue there. All the heavy items should not be placed in the center of the zone. If you place any heavy item in the center, like teapot or sofa in the center, that gives us a really a bad result. So we need to spread out the sofas and any heavy item towards the wall, or to the end of the south, to the south wall, or to the west wall, or to the southwest wall. So all should spread out to the end of the south, southwest or west wall, heavy items, and in the center it should be empty. And if you make that zone very free in the center, then this zone also considered as good, and it will give good result. So these are the tips if you follow, and if anyone is facing negative or not happy while sitting in the living room, make it sure if these are followed, then can see a lot of difference. Okay friends, if you like my video, please share it with friends and family, and also subscribe my video. And if you have any questions or queries, please comment my video, and I'll come up with a new information. Thanks and bye.